Hello, everyone. No, I'm joking. Y'all, Darcy Coates should have kept this a novella because, and then the rest of the stories are like very mediocre, very flat stories. Like, so a 15-year-old goes to a car lot and buys a car with like $5,000 and you don't say, where's your parents? Now, we all know in the real world, that's not how you buy a car. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Eliza. Eliza's Reading. So I know I've literally been like filming at this particular space because like my desk is here. Well, not my desk, these people's desk. But and I have like better lighting because I have like my canvas lamp. I'm gonna show y'all. I love this thing, but sometimes it's like really too bright when I do my other videos for my journaling channel. But I absolutely love my canvas lamp, so that's why I usually like I sit here. I've been sitting here for like the last couple videos, but I want to talk to y'all about so many things, right? So first I'm gonna show y'all I did end up I did end up getting these two books. So I told y'all in like a whole nother video that I wanted to get the sequel. I forgot the name. Let me see. What is the name of the series? Okay, I think it's called The Burning. I'm just gonna put it up here on the screen. But I told y'all in another video vlog that I wanted to get the sequel to the first book. And this is The Fires of Vengeance by Evan Winter. He is a person of color, and I decided to just go ahead and get the sequel because it was only like I think $10 or $11. So now I have like the entire duology, and it says an ousted queen must join forces with a young warrior in order to reclaim her kingdom. And the second book of the groundbreaking epic fantasy series that has redefined the genre. So this is actually an epic fantasy, and of course I can deal with this little monster looking thing, but I was definitely making sure it did not have snakes on it because I was about to be like, oh no sir. So yeah, so this completes the it is called The Burning. It's right there. And then in a book haul that I have set for I think November, so y'all have not saw this video yet, which is so wild. So I ended up getting Black Leopard, Red Wolf by Marlon James. I did a book haul from like World of Books, and I ended up getting this. So World of Books is basically like a thriftbooks.com where they have tons of secondhand books, and they also have new books as well. And then I think I paid maybe like $5 for this particular book because I really wanted it, and I saw it on there, so I was like, oh, I can get this from World of Books. And then when I got it, it did have a little bit of sun damage on it, and then the edges are very distressed. Unless the book comes like that, I don't want it. And I know that they are secondhand, but baby, I said very good condition. To me, this is not very good condition. So I was like, maybe the edges comes like this. I don't know. But what I ended up doing was I just ended up ordering it from Amazon, and it was only like $10. So I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and order it from Amazon because I actually want to see if the edges are actually distressed. And when I mean distressed, it's kind of like y'all see like the ridges. And it has sun damage. So when I got the one from Amazon, of course it looked really brand new. So yeah, so what I plan to do with this one, I plan to give it to the free little library because no. Okay, so this I'll just tell y'all a little bit. So it says Tracker is known for his skills as a hunter. He has a nose, people say, hired to find a mysterious boy who disappear. Tracker follows the boy's scent. He and the band are set upon creatures intent on destroying them. As he fights for survival, Tracker starts to wonder, who really is this boy? Drawing from African history and mythology and his own rich imagination, Marlon has written a saga of breathtaking adventure. So yeah, African mythology. So definitely, I can't wait to get into this. Now, I did read some of the reviews, and a lot of people were saying like, oh, this is like the worst African fantasy I've ever read. And to be honest, I'm like, well, I want to read that myself, because the premise of it seems really, really good. And I only read like a little bit of it. Okay, so what I wanted to get on here and talk about was, I just want to talk about this book in particular. I don't really want to, like, I guess it can be like a mini book review. This is going to be in my monthly wrap up anyway. Y'all, hold on. I'm not editing this out, by the way. My lips kind of dry. I do not like dry lips. Okay, so when I got this book, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm excited to read this book. I wanted to read something of Darcy Coates. I've heard she's a great horror writer, which y'all know horror is a little different than thriller, which it has some thriller elements in it, but horror is just a little different. Y'all, please tell me why Ghost Camera is actually a novella. So basically, I forgot the girl's name, Janine. Okay, Janine finds a camera in like this lighthouse. So she's at a wedding, and she goes up to this lighthouse, which she's not supposed to be up there, and she finds a camera. So she finds this camera, and then she takes a picture of it while she's at the wedding. And then when she gets home, she realizes there are like other figures resembling ghosts within this camera. So then she tells her best friend, and her best friend's like, oh, okay, girl. You know, so I'm thinking, hey, you're supposed to be scared. It was literally like, both of them had like this nonchalant, flat tone. Like, okay, we see these ghosts in the camera, but okay, well, you know, okay, it's cool. So then Janine continues to like take photos because she wants to see like, is there going to be another ghost in the camera? You know, so she takes another camera, because now mind y'all, it's a Polaroid camera. So back in the day, so this is modern time. So back in the day, this is from like probably the 1990s or something. So then she continues to take like these photos. So then she empties out the camera, and then her best friend's like, well, I know someone who can probably get us some vintage Polaroid, you know. And she meets the friend, gets the Polaroid film, and then they take more pictures. So then she's like, y'all. So then they take more photos. So in my mind, I'm thinking, if you continue to see the ghosts, why are you taking photos? Like, why do you keep taking photos? And then you're taking photos and they're in your house. Like, you see the ghosts in your house. I just don't understand this. Like, then, so they end up going to like this ghost hunter person who feels like he can help them. And then he says, I can't help you, just destroy the camera. I was so upset when I got to like page 100 and the story ended. I'm literally like, where's the rest of the story? So then it jumps to another story. Okay, so I read that story about some black death birds that are killing people. That ended in like 15 pages. Then I go to another story. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, cool. These stories are about to connect. You know, they're going to connect. They never connect. Never connect. So then I was like, I'm confused. I am a little confused. So then I was like, let me read the back of the book, because if you look at the front, it literally says Darcy Coates Ghost Camera. It says nothing on the front. So this is like a marketing tactic. And it doesn't say on the front, hey, there are other stories. You know how usually you get like a Stephen King book, or you get like books in general. And if it's like in a collection of short stories, like James Baldwin, it'll say on the front a collection of short essays. It doesn't say that this particular novella is the entire book. They marketed this as like it was the entire book, and it was not. It ended at like page 100. I was super mad, because my mind was set on just reading this particular story. Y'all, Darcy Coates should have kept this a novella, because, and then the rest of the stories are like very mediocre, very flat stories. Like they're not thrilling. They're not, it's just traditional horror. Like I wasn't scared. I wasn't like, ooh. So then I was like, you know what? Let me read the back of the premise again. So I read the back. So here's the back. So I go to the back again, because I'm like, I'm missing something. So then, of course, when I was in the bookstore, I pretty much read the top part. The top part is like the premise, it's the premise for Ghost Camera. Of course, I really didn't get all the way down here. I'm just thinking this is just like extra information from the book. So then I was like, let me read the bottom. So I read the bottom. It says the horror has only just begun, full of rich bonus material. Ghost Camera contains even more chilling tales, including, and then it names all the other mini stories or novellas that's actually included in this. Now, mind you, I'm like, okay, it didn't say it was going to be a collection of short stories. It said bonus material. Bonus material is like after the story. Bonus material is like this much. Like this much. Like, y'all know how you go into the epilogue, and then when you go into the epilogue, it says, hey, if you want to read this bonus material, go to the next page or whatever. And y'all know how sometimes, like even Kennedy Ryan does it. It gives you a sneak peek of like, is it on my shirt? Okay. It gives you a sneak peek of like the next book or the sequel or the trilogy. To me, bonus material is like in the back. I didn't know the bonus material was going to be this much. So this definitely 1 star, 2 star. Ghost Camera was actually decent. It was decent, but it was still very unrealistic. It was very unrealistic, because why would you keep taking photos with your camera, and then when you take the photos, you're noticing that the ghosts are in your house? Anyway, I don't want to spoil it for people who may read it. If you want to read Ghost Camera and you're okay with 250 pages being other like novellas, then go ahead and spend your $18. How much did I pay for this? $16. Paid $16 for a novella. And then so she tried to turn Ghost Camera into a novel and tried to market it as a whole book, but it's actually not. To me, I think that's very misleading. That is very misleading. Ghost Camera itself, like I said, it was decent, but you might want to save your coins, and if you can download it from Kindle Unlimited for free or something, just do that, or just get it from Libby or Hoopla, because $16.99, that's not even worth it. I'm sorry, it's not. Okay, so the next thing, y'all, this video is all over the place. So I am reading Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan, of course, because after I read Ghost Camera, I end up reading and and Don't Look Back. So this was okay. So I did rate this a 4-star in my previous video, and this I rated a 4.5 star. This I actually gave 2 stars. This is for the people who didn't see my last video, or they didn't see my fall TBR with Black authors. I can link all those videos below. But I did end up giving this 2 stars. So this centers around a girl named Harlow and her mom named Cora. So they're literally on the run. They've been on the run for their whole entire lives. So one night her mom comes home. Her mom comes home from a bar. So her mom works in this bar. She ends up rushing home and she's like, yo, Harlow, we gotta go. And Harlow is like, okay, cool, because they've been doing this forever. So she's cool. So she gets the things that's most important to her. She gets everything that they cannot be identified with. So they pack all their stuff within like 5 minutes and they're out of the door. They come out of the door, get in the car on the highway. Trucker literally runs into the car. So the trucker runs into the car, and the only person that can escape is actually Harlow. The mom tells Harlow, get my bag, there's a deposit key, and you'll know what to do with it, and I need you to just go. So mind you, we have no idea like how old Harlow is. We know that she's in school because it centers around her being in school and having friends, but I literally don't remember the author identifying whether she's in middle school, high school, college, like, I don't know. And then, y'all, I was so confused. I was like, how old is the child? So then she rides into the sunset, into like this next town, wherever this deposit box is. She goes to this bank, gets this deposit box. She has all these resources, all this money. Y'all, it was so unrealistic. She buys a car. She's renting hotel rooms. She's getting bus tickets. So no one is questioning the legality of her age. So a 15-year-old goes to a car lot and buys a car with like $5,000, and you don't say, where's your parents? Now, we all know in a real world, that's not how you buy a car. You don't just go to a car lot and buy a car. So to me, some of the elements within the book were just so unrealistic. Like, of course, sometimes with bus tickets, they don't really, I don't know. Maybe times have changed, but I do know that when you purchase a ticket, they do ask you for ID. So she has an ID, but how old is she? So that was something that was very unclear in this. I don't know how old the girl was. So she ends up going back to the hometown where her mother lives, and then she finds out she has an aunt because the aunt's name is on the deed to the house. Y'all, now the ending, definitely a plot twist. I did enjoy the ending, or I enjoyed that particular part of her with the found family theme present within the book, but just some of the things that were in the book was just so unrealistic. And then there were so many complex issues between when she finds the aunt and then the other aunt. So it's like her aunt's names are Christina and Clementine. And then the story that they're telling her, y'all, it's just so wild. It is so wild. It was literally so complex that I felt like the book could have been a little longer. The book was 320 pages. But when I say not longer, but I felt like the book could have been fuller. But I do think this is YA. And we all know that YA has to be really short and quick and to the point. So I felt like the author spent like the first half of the book just really exploring like Harlow's thoughts, feelings about her running all over the place with Cora. But then it's not really until like the last 55, 60 pages of the book that everything starts coming together. And when it starts coming together, I'm just like, what? So the plot, very predictable. The ending, very predictable. I figured out everything within the first 10 chapters of the book. I knew exactly what happened. So that's it. Just, and it was no thrilling element in the book. I was not anxious. It gave me no feeling at all. Like, it gave me no feeling that I was enjoying this. It was very slow. I'm not gonna say it was boring, but it was very slow. I definitely say, like, if you are a beginner thriller reader or a beginner mystery reader, because it really was more of a mystery than it was a thriller. I don't feel like it had any thrilling element in it whatsoever, but if you are a beginner mystery suspense thriller reader, you probably would like this because it's slow. It's very slow. And for me, I read a lot of thrillers and I like some horror. Well, mostly Tanana Reed do. But I just feel like it was too slow for me. I did give this a 2-star because, like I said, some of the details in the book, some of the elements in the book was very unrealistic. Like, the storyline was great. The plot was great. It was just slow. It was slow, and the things that the female main character was doing within the book was just unrealistic. I'm like, what 15, 16-year-old just buys a bus ticket, knows how to go to this bank, knows what to say to the bank teller to get into this? I'm just like, this is just crazy. So I did give this a 2-star. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't for me. And then the last thing is, this company, y'all, usually when people like want to send me things, I usually say no. It just depends. Like, in my journaling world, when people want to gift me things or do collabs, I usually say yes, because it's always something that I know that I'm going to use. But as far as like my reading channel, I'm kind of leery about accepting like gifts or doing collaborations, because I don't want my channel to be like I'm trying to sell y'all something. That's not the purpose of my channel. The purpose of my channel is to talk books and to yap about books. But this company, I just want to unbox this with y'all. But this company, it's called XT, I think it's XTE Inc. or something. I'll just put that on the screen because I don't remember like the name properly. But they have like tons of like e-ink electronics. And then I went to their website and I was like, okay, maybe this could be something that I could use in the interim. But y'all know I love my Kindle. My Kindle is like amazing. There's nothing better than my Kindle. I tried a Kobo for 24. I tried a Kobo for like 24 hours. I had a Kobo Clara Color. I did not like that thing. I could not get the screensaver option to work. So y'all know how you can take ads off on the Kindle and then you can make your own screensaver. Like, the functionality of the Kobo Clara Color, it doesn't work the same as the Kindle. I don't know. So I had reached out to Kobo and was like, the screensaver thing doesn't work. And they're like, they troubleshooted it and it still didn't work. I could not get what I created on Canva to show up on my Kobo. So I ended up just sending that thing back, y'all. And then the interface of it was like very cheap. It's user friendly, but it was like extremely cheap. You can definitely tell Kobos are very cheap. You can definitely tell like it's not as like high quality as a Kindle. So I did send it back. It would have been really perfect, but then I started realizing like I don't want 2 subscriptions. I don't want Kindle Unlimited and Kobo. Like I don't want that. So they sent me like a ink to try. To be honest with y'all, I'm probably not gonna, I just want y'all to see what it looks like. And then I'm probably gonna end up getting off of here and then like doing like a unboxing or something from my Instagram. So it comes like this, and then it's like really little. It's like pocket friendly. So Yeah, I was right, XT e-ink. So this is a XT e-ink X4 ultra thin MagSafe e-reader. So, and then of course it comes like in this plastic, and I hope it comes with instructions. I just want y'all to see what it looked like, and then I'm ending the video. And then this is kind of cool. Okay, so it looks like this, which is kind of cool. So where's the power button? Let's see if that's the power button. Okay, so that's the power button. And then it just looks like this. I have no idea, y'all, how I'm supposed to get my ebooks on this. I have no idea. So what I'm thinking, and I'm gonna have to research it because I don't know. So what, and then they sent this, like this is like a US, no, like a jump drive. Like, who uses these? Because my MacBook doesn't even have this, but I have a connector for my MacBook. So it came with this to like y'all, I guess to save, girl, y'all, I don't know. And it looks like it has a SD card in there. That's what it looks like. So it just came like with this, and I tried to actually look for some other unboxings for this, but I didn't see any. I saw one video on YouTube, and I'm like, that's not gonna help me set this up. So anyway, so what I'm gonna end up doing is, once I kind of get this situated or understand how this actually works, maybe I can import like my books from, I don't even have any ebooks. I think I have like one ebook that Amazon actually sent me, and I was only able to upload it to my Apple Books. So maybe I can get my Apple Books and then upload that ebook to here and just see how it looks, because right now, y'all, I don't even know how to use it, which is so weird. I said yes to something that I can't even use, but anyway, I just want to show y'all this. So I'll probably do a review on this of probably all my e-readers maybe soon. I don't know if y'all want me to do a review of like how I use my e-readers and what I use them for or when I use them. I'm probably gonna do a video on like all my e-readers. But anyway, if you stay to the end of this video, I know this video was like super spontaneous, so I'm just gonna actually slide it in here for this week with all my other videos. But anyway, put a book emoji in the comment. If you're new to my channel, make sure you think about subscribing. If you don't want to subscribe, you don't have to, but make sure you come back and watch future videos. So put a book emoji in the comments. Until next time, thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.